High School in Highland, Utah for ninth week action of Utah girls basketball here on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. Nate Thatcher here, so happy to have you here with us tonight as we gear up for a top 15 matchup between the 15th ranked Skyridge Falcons and the number 11 Lone Peak Knights. The Knights have really challenged themselves in their scheduling this season, and it very well reflects in their 7-9 record. So why are they still a top 15 team in the state? Well, a 4-2 record against Utah's top 25 will help, especially with victories over current number 2 Westlake and number 4 Mountain Ridge, all without Kennedy Woolston, who tore her ACL last month and just received surgery yesterday. Lone Peak is doing what they do best, and that is win at the right time in region play. The Lady Knights are 2-0 and are coming off of a top 15 win on the road against American Fork, so they are looking to keep the momentum rolling here tonight. Meanwhile, for Skyridge, the Falcons are also undefeated in region play and are looking to make their pivotal move towards the top of the standings with an impressive road victory against the defending state champions. Skyridge was projected to finish third when it is all said and done, but these girls want to change the tides. Look for the star duo guards, Haley Sheffield and Alina Chiara, to put the work in as they try and lead their team to their biggest win of the season. Right now, they're introducing the starting lineups on the floor. We'll present them to you here on the Rewind Sports Network as well, starting with the visiting Skyridge Falcons, led by head coach Shaylee Nielsen, who boasts an 85-49 record. They are going with Kaya Perkins, Adrienne Moiai, Hallie Sheffield, Lily Grant, and Elena Chiara. Meanwhile, for the Knights, they'll be going with Hooney Folau, Charlie Warner, Tati Harness, Maddie Pope, and Lave Holdcraft. And of course, led by head coach Nancy Warner, who's in her 13th season and looking to get win number 199 tonight. Yeah, that's right, just one away from 200. Very impressive record for Coach Warner. And of course, all those state championships. It's 4 in a row. Looking for a 5-peat. Very rare, but doable. Of course, they're going to have to do it without their star senior, Kennedy Woolston, the BYU commit, who was walking the floor earlier tonight with a pair of crutches, fresh off of ACL surgery. So here we go. First quarter underway. Tip is away and controlled by the Knights. They'll be moving left to right on your screen as you see them wearing their home white with maroon trim. Skyridge in their road gray with white trim. Knights pass the rock around up top. Warner now back top of the key. Here's Pope. She'll take a three, missing it. And a nice offensive rebound baseline for the Knights. Trying to kick it out, and it's a turnover. So Falcons force an empty possession on the first go-around. Here they go on the other end. Sheffield, nice pass down low. Bucket can't convert, but there's an offensive rebound for the Falcons. Three-pointer no good as well from Sheffield. But here's a third opportunity. Can they connect? They can't. And another fight for the rebound, and it's going to be going the other direction. So scoreless after 2 opening possessions for both of these squads. There will be a foul on the floor. And it is going to go against Ariane Moiai. A reminder, our clock is unofficial tonight on the Rewind Sports Network. We'll try and keep it as close as possible for you, but it may be a little ahead or a little behind at times. So there's 2 straight fouls there for the Falcons here. Less than a minute into this first quarter. Could come into play later on in the game. That one is going to go against Kaya Perkins. That's her first. So the Knights will inbound baseline. Full shot clock ahead of them. Nice pass, outlet. And the three-pointer bakes off the glass. Nice shot for Charlie Warner. Falcons look to go quick on the other end. They're blocked. Nice defense from the Knights. Here they come the other direction. Nice move, baseline, reverse, short. No good that time, a miss from Pope. Now in the other direction, here's Grant. She goes up off the right side and she'll be fouled. So Lily Grant's gonna head to the free throw line for 2 attempts at the charity stripe. 5'8" senior guard, averaging just under 10 points per game. Looking to put the Falcons on the board for the first time tonight here. That will be Lone Peak's first team foul, first personal to go against Charlie Warner. And first free throw too strong off back iron. 0 for 1, looking to go 1 for 2. As a team, Skyridge shooting 62% from the free throw line, so about average. And that time, Grant able to go 1 for 2 as she makes the second. Falcons going to pick up a little bit of a press here. Warner's able to break it. She's moving off the left side. Tries to lob it up to Holdcraft. Layup's not able to convert. Here comes Skyridge. They're liking to move quick here in the opening possession. And a layup misses. Nice put back up and in off the own rebound. Sheffield able to get on the board to tie things up here at 3. And now a turnover of 4, so Falcons will get the ball back on their own side of the court. So Moiai will check out, and it'll be Abby Dotson checking in for the Falcons. Here's Kiara, looking to call the play out, picks up dribble in the top of the key. Now right side with Perkins. Handoff Sheffield. Now in the corner. Back with Perkins. Now with Kiara. Kiara's going to drive. She'll kick it out left side. Grant got to put a shot up. She does. Leaves it short. Rebound out to the Knights. Huni Folau collects. And she'll weave her way across the timeline, now getting the call by Coach Warner. Handoff, Charlie. No good. Fighting for the rebound. Holdcraft's got it. She's got to tip it back before she got a backcourt violation. She does. Warner's going to drive. Wide open off the left side for 2. Falcons retake the lead, 5-3 here. And Holdcraft almost able to pick it off. Ball still on the deck, but Kiara is able to bring it across half court. She has it. She's going to drive right side. She's picking a one-on-one. She's going to take it. Loses the basketball for a moment. Now she'll bring it out into the wing. Picks up her dribble, so she's got to get it off. Here's Perkins. Moving right to left. Ball tips up. Coach Warner saying it should be Knights basketball, but it's going to stay here with Skyridge. Another substitution coming in for the Falcons. It's going to be Aiden Beck checking in for Hallie Sheffield. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Here we go. Kiara up top. Dotson. Now in the corner. Here's Grant. They got to get a shot up. Let's see if they see it. I don't know if they do. And that will be a shot clock violation. Great defense from Lone Peak. Neither of these teams looking super comfortable in the half court, but Lone Peak with a 5-3 advantage here as we near the halfway mark of the opening quarter. Folau brings it across half court. Bounce past the free throw line. Here's Holdcraft. Holdcraft's going to drive right. Kick it out, Maddie Pope. Pope's going to drive. Put up a tough shot. Hits every part of the rim, but can't find the bottom of the net. Rebound out to Skyridge. Perkins. Outlet pass right side. Dotson. And we got a foul near baseline that will go against Lone Peak. So Charlie Warner just picked up her second personal here in the opening minutes of the first quarter. That is massive, as she will have to sit for an extended period of time here. We'll see when she checks back into the game. Have to think it won't be for the remainder of the first. Let's see if Skyridge can take advantage. Kiara has the basketball left side. She's going to take it to the free throw and try and drive into the paint. She's really trying to favor that one-on-one. And ball's going to be tipped out of bounds. It'll stay here with the Knights. Really going out of her play there to hit the paint. Choosing that one-on-one with Harness. And Kiara's actually going to check out now. So coming into the game now is Nele Nelson. Here's Nelson. Nice pass down low baseline. Sheffield checking back in. She misses that jumper, but another offensive rebound for Skyridge. Sheffield's going to cut, and she's got a layup up for deuce. That'll notch things up here at 5 once more, as we now reach under 4 to go here in the first. Harness, spin move, bounce pass out to Pope. Recheck with Folau. Now Peyton into the game. Nice baseline drive by Holdcraft as she extends the lead to up to 2 now with that layup. Sheffield trapped in the full court press, and it's a steal. Folau able to extend. It's a 4-0 run. And another tip pass out of bounds. Lone Peak has really picked up the defensive pressure here in the full court as we have more substitutions checking in. Jamie King now checking in for Lone Peak. And it will be Emmy Mahe now coming in for Skyridge. Knights are going to back off now of their pressure. Almost picked off by Harness. Leaves an open player for a moment, but the Knights able to recollect and pick off. Harness has it. Moving on the left side. Cross court. Here's Peyton. Oh, nice spin move in the paint. She just can't put it in the basket. Leaves it short. But it's intercepted by Holdcraft in transition. Another opportunity for Lone Peak. Full out in the corner for three. No good. Ball's tipped, and it's going to head Skyridge direction. Kiara's going to check back in as Lily Grant comes out for the Falcons. So a lot of quick substitutions for Coach Nielsen's squad. Kiara, the primary ball handler, she brings it across. Left side at the top of the key. Lady Knights playing with a man defense. Kiara now has it left side. Thought about a three, now she's going to pass it off. Here's Nelson kicking it out. Dotson down low, Sheffield. Sheffield well defended. Oh, scoop layup. Oh my goodness, a high kiss off the glass, and she's able to drop it down. Knights are going quick. Here's Peyton up with her left and down for two. Lead back up to 4 for Lone Peak. And Skyridge may have gotten away with a carry right there. There's a three-pointer that's up, high arcing, no good. Able to get their own offensive rebound. They tried to get a kick-out pass, but it was intercepted by Harness. Nice pass in the fast break, and the layup up and in. Nice conversion that time for Jamie King. Lead up to 6 now for the Knights. They're sticking with that pressure, and it works. Peyton Warner with the steal. King going for another layup, and she gets it to go for 2 once more. Lone Peak on a run.
Delay of game warning on Lone Peak.
And we have a delay of game warning against Lone Peak after the conversion. But the lead now up to 8, absolutely exploding here at the end of the first as they lead at 15-7. Once again, the Knights are going to back off, so their defense now in the half court as the Falcons will bring it across. Here's Kiara, once again the primary ball handler. Left side, now down low. Sheffield's got it in the paint. Kick out Kiara, top of the key. Well defended by King. Now Sheffield middle. Ball's finding its way around very quickly. Here's Nelson. Now to Sheffield for a mid-range jumper. Hits back iron, no good. Rebound out to Pope. Here's Warner. Going straight to the rack. Up with her right and in for 2 more. Here's Kiara, out in the wing, three-pointer, cashes in. Nice shot by Lily Grant. 17-10 our score. Now here's Peyton going for 2 more, and she's fouled. So she'll head to the free throw line for 2.
13 personal.
As we have 40 seconds to go here in the first. Warner, rattles. First one goes in and out. The 5'9" freshman averaging just over 7.5 points per game, shooting 45% from the floor, which is very effective because as a team, Lone Peak shooting 39%. So one of those dependable shooters, especially with Woolston out for the rest of the year. Trying to go 1 for 2 and does. Lead back up to 8. Skyridge able to break past the press. Sheffield now loses the basketball. So here comes Folau. Shot clock turned off, so Knights are going to look to get the last say here at the end of the first. Holdcraft, top of the key. Guarded by Nelson. She's going to take the one-on-one on the right side. Oh, tough jumper falling away, falls short. Now Skyridge with the basketball. Tough pass trying to thread the needle. Looks like some Knights ran into each other. And Pope goes down hard. Still slow to get up. That was a tough collision at the top of the key. Coach Warner going out to talk with Maddie. And again, still slow to get up. It's tough to see on a Knights team that's faced so many injuries already this year. Obviously, we've talked about Kennedy Woolston so far, their star player, who was averaging over 12 points per game, almost 13. Had to leave for the rest of the season, as you can see, hanging out on the end of the bench, able to extend her leg out after that torn ACL. They were down in Arizona at the Nike Hoop Fest. Second play of the game down there. Obviously, something didn't feel right. Popped her leg. And it looks like Pope able to get up under her own power, but obviously walking gingerly, must have collided with that leg area, most likely the knee. So they're going to attend to her as she heads to the corner. We'll try and give updates as we can, but she's heading to the medical table. So once again, Knights short-handed. Let's see what they can do without two of their biggest players. Skyridge with the basketball, now in the corner, only a couple seconds left. Sheffield open for three. In and out, no good. Falcons trying to get their own rebound. They can, and that is how the first quarter will end. Lone Peak able to take a big lead, 18-10, as we head into the second here on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com.
Hi, I'm Ryan Eldridge, local owner of Big O Tires on American Fork, and we are proud sponsors of our girls Lone Peak basketball squad. And just like their basketball squad, they can defend, they can score, rebound, steal. They can do it all. They do whatever it takes on the court to get the dub. Big O Tires on American Fork, we do the same. We can do it all to make sure your car is taken care of. Tires, brakes, oil, check engine light, lift your trucks, anything your car needs, from oil leaks to flushes to tune-ups, we can do it here at Big O Tires American Fork so that your car is safe going down the road. So whether you're a fan, a coach, a player, visiting coach, give Big O Tires in American Fork a chance to earn your business and take care of your car.
Bring your cars in to Big O Tires in American Fork. Let them take care of you like they take care of us.
Peak High School, where the Knights and Falcons currently coming out of their first quarter timeout. We just saw Maddie Pope head to the medical table after a hard collision with one of her teammates. So the Knights able to get out to an 8-point advantage, but now without a couple of their big stars. We've seen Peyton Warner and company able to step up. Charlie Warner back into the game at the beginning of the second. She did have those two early fouls, so that will be something to watch here as we begin the second. Knights will start with the basketball, still moving left to right. Falcons just looked a little bit disjointed there for the majority of that first quarter, but still able to keep it within single digits. So let's see who can come out on top as we head into the halftime break. 8 minutes to go now as second quarter starts. Three-pointer up, no good that time for Warner. Rebound out to Nelson for the Falcons, but there's Lone Peak once again with those active hands. Holdcraft to Warner, layup up and in. And the Knights take their first double-digit lead, almost steal it again, but now they do. And it looks like we have a foul that will be called against the Knights. Holdcraft in hard disagreement, Coach Warner telling her to back off. But the Knights very active right now in this opening half. That'll be the first team foul here of the second quarter, also the first for Lave. Holdcraft having a very phenomenal season, averaging almost a double-double, 7.7 points per game, 8 rebounds per game. That stat ranking third in the 6A division here in the state of Utah. Sheffield now for Skyridge, passing the rock around. Kiara now has it right side. Looking to pass that ball around. Here's Perkins now with Grant on the right side. Grant's going to drive. She'll try and toss it out. Kiara now left, double team, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Teammates got to be open. Here's Sheffield. Now top of the key, Perkins for three, no good. And a fight for the rebounds, won by Folau. Hooney to Peyton. Peyton's going to weave her way from right to left. Hand off with Harness. Harness top of the key is going to drive, and a one-on-one layup up high off the glass. Doesn't fall, but she's going to head to the free throw line for two. So now 2 team fouls here, or excuse me, 2 team fouls total. 1 for the Knights, now 1 for the Falcons. It will be the second to go against Perkins here in the game. So the 5'7" senior guard, Tati Harness, now at the charity stripe for 2. First free throw, cashes in.
Skyridge substitution number 15, Abby Dotson.
So Perkins will check out as Abby Dotson comes back in. And Harness averaging just under 6.5 points per game. I asked Coach Warner pregame, who's stepping up for her team in absence of Woolston, and she said, no one's really taking over the plates because you can't replace Kennedy Woolston single-handedly. But she really likes what Peyton and Tati and the other guards have done to step up collectively scoring-wise. Nice layup for 2. There it is. Peyton Warner and the foul. And she has a chance to get 3 points the old-fashioned way from the free throw line. Having an excellent first half here tonight. That's her 9th point. With this free throw, could move into double digits. Substitution coming in for the Falcons as Nelson will check out and Aiden Beck coming back in. Falcons have yet to score here in the second quarter, as the Knights now lead it by 13. Miss, but Tati Harness with an offensive rebound. This could be a really big possession now for the Knights. Harness, right side, Charlie. Charlie thought about driving right. Now she's going to toss it over. It's with Folau, left side. Folau tried to give a nice over-the-head pass down low, but it's picked off by Kiara. Nice defense from the Falcons. Kiara spin move against the defense in transition. How's the basketball at the top of the key? Calls for a teammate left side. It's Dotson. Dotson looking to get inside. Sheffield, kick out Kiara. 4-3. No good. Nice rebound by Holdcraft. Now here's Peyton. Moving quickly across the timeline. Harness, right side. She's going to drive into the paint. Picks up her dribble. Had a moment of hesitation there. Handoff Folau, but a nice block down low by Dotson.
Checking in for Lone Peak, number 5, Jamie King, and number 20, Maddie Pope.
So King and Pope coming back in. So that's good to see Maddie able to come in. Obviously, it was that hard collision, so we'll see how that knee does. But it's good to see her back in action fairly quickly after that collision there in the first. Holdcraft down low. Layup. Rattles in. Nice shot for Lave. Lead up to 15 now for the Knights. Falcons are going to have to come up with something, and something quick here. Lily for 3. No good off back iron. Jamie King has it. Peyton wide open in transition. Up for 2 and down. Timeout Falcons. And it's a 9-0 run now for Lone Peak here in the second quarter as they lead it by 17. It's a full timeout, so we'll take it with them here on the Rewind Sports Network. We're back in Highland, Utah, Lone Peak High School, where the Knights have exploded their lead up by 17 at 27-10. As mentioned in pregame, Knights only 7-9 this year, but 2-0 in region play. They had a very daunting pre-region schedule. They were able to travel a couple of times, play some out-of-state teams. And they feel like that preparation has led to them being able to convert that to another first-place finish here in Region 3. They were projected to finish first, and as it currently stands, they are in first at 2-0. Skyridge, though, right behind them at 1-0. So a win tonight would move them a half game up in the standings. Kiara double-teamed near the front as the Knights now move into a zone defense. Three-pointer up from the corner. It falls short. Maddie Pope with the rebound. She finds Warner. Warner's got that speed in the open court. She stops on a dime, though, outside on the perimeter. Harness now to King, left side. King going back and forth with the dribble. Picks it up outside the paint. Pope now has it. Kick out King. Here's Peyton. Peyton's going to drive. She goes up with her left, and she is just working like a dime tonight. Now up to 13 points here in the first half. Grant for 3 to respond. Can't find it. Sheffield cashes it out now with Kiara. Cross-court pass. Now in the corner, three-pointer up and in. Nice shot from Aiden Beck. And that's the Falcons' first points here of the second quarter. Meanwhile, the other end, Harness, mid-range jumper, no good. Beck with the rebound. Here's Sheffield, right side. She'll go all the way to the rack for two and the foul. Nice move that time from Sheffield, as she'll now head to the free throw line to try and convert a three-point play. Looking to cut into this deficit. So Charlie Warner will check back in alongside Folau. So Sheffield now trying to get that and one opportunity. Free throws up, and rattles just about every part of the backboard and net and falls. Cuts the lead down to 13. Here's Folau as the Falcons now move into his own defense. It's a 1-3-1. Pope is able to break baseline, kisses it off the glass, and it's able to drop for number 20. And that's Pope's first bucket of the game. Kiara now left side with Dotson. Now top of the key. Three-pointer by Beck, no good, right side. Pope with the rebound. Maddie's gonna drive. Kick it out. Charlie, she'll drive baseline. Oh, nice pump fake down low, but it's picked off. Nice defense that time by Skyridge. Kiara with a long pass to Sheffield, and it soars right through her hands, heading back the other direction. Just put a little too much heat on that one. So it'll be heading back with Lone Peak. Folau's going to slow things down for Coach Warner and her squad. Brings it across the timeline. Folau thought about a three. Now she finds Charlie. Charlie's in the corner. She'll fire. No good. Harness with an offensive rebound. Nobody defends her, so she takes a three. Off the right side, no good. Here come the Falcons looking to push once more. Dotson, mid-range jumper. No good. And ball will be out of bounds as it's just a miscommunication between a couple Knights. So it'll stay here with the Falcons. So Ava Abbas now in for the Falcons. First time tonight. Looking to get something going for this Skyridge squad that finds them down 15. Beck, right side, already able to drop a three-pointer earlier in the second quarter. Now with Kiara, she'll take a deep three. Bullseye! What a shot from 34! That's already almost 6 points over her season average. And she can't convert the first free throw. King coming in for Charlie Warner as Beck will check out. Sheffield coming in for the Falcons. Peyton trying to go 1 for 2 and does. So Holdcraft now going to check out for the Knights. Here's Sheffield. Out in the mid-range, kicks it out. Grant to Kiara. Kiara just hit it from that distance, thought about it again, but now she picks up her dribble on the right block. Now tries to kick it down low in the corner, and it's picked up by the Knights. Great defense that time by Lone Peak. They've been able to cause a lot of chaos on that end. Typically average around 10 steals per game, and they have to be well on their way to be over that average here in the first half. Pope, mid-range jumper, no good. Abbas with a rebound. Nice pass down low, almost intercepted. Grant will pop a three. No good. Knights still fighting for the rebound, letting it go. And it's going to head back the other direction. with just a little bit over 1 minute to go. Timeout called by Lone Peak. We'll take it with them as they lead up by 13 with 1 minute to go here on the Rewind Sports Network. Grateful for all our sponsors here on KSLSports.com and the Rewind Sports Network. As we're just over a minute to go here in the first half, Knights up by 13 thanks to Peyton Warner and her 14 points, leading the way on the other end for the Falcons. It's Hallie Sheffield as she has 9, leading the way for Skyridge. Both teams at the top of the Region 3 standings, and Lone Peak looking to extend that lead here before we head into the halftime break. Knights picking up with that 1-3-1, but they're bringing that defense out. Folau able to break. King in the corner for 3. No good, but Holdcraft put back up and in, leaves it short. Still fighting for the rebound. Pope recollects. So here's Folau looking to get a screen from Holdcraft. She does. Peyton Warner on the right side. Driving past a couple defenders. Finds King in the corner. Back out with Peyton. Back to King. And King's going to bring it out top of the key. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Folau's got to go. Out in the corner. Holdcraft for 3. No good. But Peyton Warner with an offensive rebound. Put back. No good, but she'll be fouled on her attempt to do so. That's going to go against Abby Dotson. That's her first. 14th foul with just about 20 seconds to go here in the second. Peyton not able to get that first free throw once more, but she has been much better on her second attempt on every trip. Looking to stay at 50% with a make here. Second one rattles out. Nice rebound though by the Knights. They keep it with them. Harness, she's going to hold. Last shot for Lone Peak. She goes behind the back against Kiara. Now finds in the corner. Here's Peyton. Step back 3, blocked. Nice defense by the Falcons. Can they get a last shot off? Kiara across half court. Floater up and in at the buzzer. Nice shot from Kiara. And that'll make it an 11-point game as we head into the halftime break. It's the Knights 32, the Falcons 21, here on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. Skyridge Falcons 32-21 in a top 15 matchup here in Region 3. Knights able to explode to that lead at the end of the first and able to extend it in the second. We'll see if the Falcons can carry some of the momentum they had at the end of the first here into the second half. Both teams undefeated in region play as the Falcons start out with the basketball, now moving left to right on your screen. Here's Nelson getting it picked off at the free throw line. There's Harness. And Harness will stop at the top of the key. Left side full out now with Holdcraft in the corner. And she's met hard by Perkins. Harness now has it over to Charlie in the wing. Charlie's going to drive, puts her head down, misses the layup, able to tip it back out. And ball finds its way over to Sheffield. Sheffield, the leading scorer in that first half. Ball is picked off once more by the Knights. Almost stolen right back by Grant, but Folau able to keep it. Folau to Pope. Pope in the corner. Warner for 3. Got it. Lead back up to 14. Here's the Falcons. Kiara able to hit a deep 3 in that first half. One of only a couple there for the Falcons. Nelson now has it, top of the key. And double dribble. It'll be another turnover for Skyridge. A reminder, our clock is unofficial here on the Rewind Sports Network, so we're going to try and keep it as close as possible. Falcons now picking up some pressure here in the full court. Pope able to break. Pope's going to go to the lane. She's got it on the left side. Floater leaves it short. Sheffield with another rebound. She finds Perkins left side. Nice pass and transition to Grant for 3. No good. And Pope is going to get the rebound. Now she's double team baseline. Ball hits the deck. So does a couple bodies. Let's see what they call here. It's going to be a jump ball. So it's going to be Knights basketball. Substitution coming in as Abby comes in for Nelson. As before, Falcons going to stick with it in this full court zone press. Pope once more, able to break, finds Holdcraft. Holdcraft in the right wing. Now out with Harness. Falcons staying in the zone in the half court. Harness able to break, mid-range jumper off the glass, up and in. Lead now up to 16 for the Knights at 37-21. Oh my goodness, another deep three for Kiara. Leaves it just short. Grant, though, goes up for a layup, and she's fouled. So that'll be the first team foul for either of these teams here in the third. But that's also a big third personal to go against Holdcraft. Free throw up and in for Grant. As Holdcraft will check out, and Peyton Warner comes back in. Now Peyton had an absolutely stellar first half as she led her team with double digits. Grant, the senior guard, averaging just under 10 points per game, able to get 2 free throws right there. Falcons put the pressure on Peyton in the corner. Finds Hooney near half court. Phil Lyle's going to break. Nice bounce pass down low to Warner for an easy 2 off the left side. And the Knights breaking this press fairly easily here in the third. Here's Sheffield left side to Grant for 3. Got it! Falcons now picking up some of that offensive momentum they had there at the end of the first half. Can they cut into this deficit, get back to single digits? Warner, though, is going to carry the basketball as she couldn't decide what to do and who to pass it to. So Sheffield will check out as Beck comes back in for Skyridge. Here's Kiara, top of the key. Now left side with Beck. Grant now has it at the top. Nice, beautiful pass down low to Beck. She'll be fouled as she tried to go for a layup on the left side. That foul will go against Maddie Pope. That's her first. Pope got into a little bit of a collision there at the end of the first quarter. Went to the medical table. Good to see her back in the contest as Beck goes 1 for 1. Looking to make it 2 for 2 right here. And she does. Nice shooting. Senior forward averaging just under 5 points per game. Very effective from the field, though, shooting 42% on the season. Harness, right side with Pope. Pope, high pass for Charlie, almost goes out of bounds, but Folau able to save it on the sideline. Folau's now going to drive. Kick out, Harness for 3, book it! 42-28 our score. Here's Dotson on the other end. Picks up her dribble baseline, kick out Kiara. She'll take another deep 3. And that will be short. So Lone Peak will pick up baseline as Jamie King checks in. Maddie Pope will check out. Skyridge going to back off. They're going to stay in the half court. Here's King. Now to Warner. Up top, Charlie. Charlie moves right. Handoff Jamie. Deep 3. No good. Nice rebound by Peyton. Goes up and fouled. Peyton looking to extend upon her 14-point night here in the second half with potentially her first points in the third. Able to get to the free throw line quite frequently there in that first half. Just struggled to make both on any trip. First free throw swirls out, and she looks over at Coach Warner with a smile and a little bit of frustration, as that's been most of the balls that have missed at the rack. They've gone in and then they've gone out. Portia Bogus in for the first time tonight, as Payton's able to make the second of two. Here comes Skyridge the other direction. Here's Nelson. Top of the key, right side. Oh, nice move by Sheffield down L with a reverse layup off the left side. Great move by the point guard. That brings the Falcons to 30. And we have a carry by the Knights, so there's a turnover that the Falcons could need. It's not often you see that call made anymore in basketball, but it's made. Knights now going with a zone defense. Here's Nelson at the right block. Now it's in the corner with Grant, able to get past Folau, drives baseline. She'll kick it out. Nelson now, she'll make that same move, but she'll be stepping out of bounds, and it's a turnover for the Falcons. Pope and Warner going to check in for Portia and Folau. Warner brings it across the timeline, finds Charlie left side. Charlie in a one-on-one, picks up her dribble down on the low block. Now it's up top with Pope to King. Handoff Harness, back with Payton. Charlie, left side, three. No good off the left. Rebound out to the Falcons. Here's Nelson. And ball is picked off for a moment, but Beck recollects. Nelson now has it on the far side. She's going to drive baseline. Still moving. Able to kick it out. Nice ball movement as Nelson will pop a three. No good, but a great box out down low as Warner collects. Here's Harness in the transition. Gets the layup and the foul. And the Knights looking like their usual selves as they blow up to a 15-point lead. So Perkins and Grant will check in for Moiai. Looking to convert an and one opportunity, and does. Now the Knights, little full court press there, able to break it though. Nelson, kick out top of the key. Kiara for three. No good. Nice offensive rebound down low by Perkins, but it's ripped away by the Knights. Charlie Warner has it. She'll bring it across half court. Harness with the basketball near the logo. Guarded closely by Kiara. Bounce pass left side. Here's Warner. Payton with 15 tonight. Pope near the free throw line. Handoff Payton. Payton's going to drive left side. Tries to use a Euro step down low, but great defense down low. Bodies hit the floor. Kiara tries to bring it across the timeline. Ball still down, and a foul will be called on the Knights in transition. And that's going to go against Charlie. That'll be her third personal, which is actually quite impressive because she picked up two very early in the first. She's been active but able to stay out of foul trouble as we near the end of the third quarter. Kiara has it. Top of the key. Nice pass down low. Ball is tipped though. Mahe had it, and that's going to be a turnover as the foul will go against Mahe. Baseline. Great vision though from the top. Falcons just couldn't convert. Skyridge going to go back to that full court press. Harness looking to inbound. Finds Payton right side. There's the double team. Breaks it out to Harness. Harness finds Folau on the right. Hooney breaks the timeline. King now has it, right side, back up top, Folau. King to Harness. Harness to Peyton. Peyton left side, drives, goes up with her left and gets it to go. First field goal of the third quarter. Lead up to 18. Peyton now with 17. And a foul will be called against the Knights in the half-court defense. That will be the fourth team foul. And the first foul against Jamie King. Sheffield looking to inbound, finds Perkins. And Perkins pass to Kiara, right side, inside the key. Now here's Sheffield. Bumped hard by Jamie King, but now it's up top with Nelson. Nelson to Sheffield. Bounce pass down low, Mahe. She's got the layup and drops it. Able to make up for that last mistake as Folau breaks the press. Lone Peak has numbers. Oh, nice fake pass down low. Folau able to convert. Here's Kiara between the legs, moving right, picks up her dribble near baseline. Nice pass down low, cut by Sheffield as she gets the layup to drop. Harness breaks across half court. They're going to hold for the last shot as the shot clock is turned off. Folau looks to Coach Warner for the call. She has it near the logo. 10 seconds. Her teammates line up in a line. Now Pope comes up top. Back to Harness. Nice screen for Pope, right side. Leaves it a little too strong from three. Sheffield, as the second strain out, heaves up a half-court shot. It falls short. And we'll head to the fourth quarter as Lone Peak 50, Skyridge 34. That's our ball game as we head into the fourth here on the Rewind Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Ryan Eldridge, local owner of Big O Tires in American Fork, and we are proud sponsors of our girls Lone Peak basketball squad. And just like their basketball squad, they can defend, they can score, rebound, steal. They can do it all. They do whatever it takes on the court to get the dub. Big O Tires in American Fork, we do the same. We can do it all to make sure your car is taken care of. Tires, brakes, oil, check engine light, lift your trucks, anything your car needs, from oil leaks to flushes to tune-ups, we can do it here at Big O Tires in American Fork so that your car is safe going down the road. So whether you're a fan, a coach, a player, visiting coach, give Big O Tires in American Fork a chance to earn your business and take care of your car.
Bring your cars in to Big O Tires in American Fork. Let them take care of you like they take care of us.
At Lone Peak High School as we get ready for fourth quarter action as the Knights lead it by 16 against the Skyridge Falcons, looking to move to 3-0 in region play. Previous wins coming against Corner Canyon at home on the 9th just a week ago. Final score of that one was 83-31. And then they're just coming off of a huge road win against American Fork, ranked 13th in the state at 54-40. Meanwhile, Skyridge coming off of a win against Lehigh, 49-46. That has them at 1-0 in region play. As we move on later in the quarter, we'll talk about some key upcoming games for both of these squads as they look to stay atop Region 3. Falcons start with the basketball here in the fourth. Here's Perkins with it left side. Hand off Sheffield. Sheffield now switching with Warner on her. Grant against Harness. Top of the key right side, Kiara. Knights now with a man defense, under 20 on the shot clock. Kiara to Sheffield. Sheffield's going to drive, loses the basketball, and we're going to have a reach and foul against the Knights. That will go against Tati Harness. That's her first, team's first here of the fourth quarter. Sheffield inbounds it, finds Kiara. Now Grant pops up a three. No good. Able to get her own offensive rebound, though. So Skyridge with another chance, but there's another quick reach-in. And that's going to go against Warner. That's her fourth. That's something to watch out for. Second leading scorer here tonight with 10 for the Knights. Coach Warner just pointed at the scoreboard, told her to watch those fouls. Warner gave a little bit of a grimace there. Understandable. Here's Sheffield in the corner, guarded nicely by Maddie Pope. She'll hand it off Perkins, top of the key. Kiara, deep range three. She's not going to take it. Guarded by Harness. She's looking to shake Tati off of her. It's a one-on-one, picks up her dribble. Bounce pass down low. Beautiful cut by Perkins, who gets the layup and the foul. Brings the lead down to 14. Can cut it to 13 here with a made free throw.
Checking in for the Knights, number 2, Peyton Warner. She replaces Charlie Warner.
So Charlie's going to check out, obviously, with that foul trouble. Holdcraft back in. She also has 4. And Perkins able to convert from the line. Bogus is going to check in for Holdcraft. It's Peyton Warner back in the game. And she collects the inbound pass. Back to Harness. Harness facing a double team. Girls have to move across. Peyton able to get past half court. Maddie Pope, right side, picks up her dribble, and a foul will be called against the Falcons. That's going to go against Grant. That's her first personal as well as the Falcons' first team foul here in the 4th. So the Knights will inbound baseline. Shot clock will reset. Just under 7 minutes to go here in the 4th. Harness looking to find a teammate. Still looking. Still looking. Tries to go up top to Bogus, and it's going to be out of bounds. Looks like it tipped the backboard. So that's a turnover for the Knights. So Harness will head to the bench. Timeout taken by Lone Peak. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay right here. As mentioned at the beginning of the quarter, we'll talk about some upcoming games. Coming up next for the Knights, 2 ranked games. First on the 20th, they'll be on the road at Lehigh to face the Pioneers before they stay on the road next Friday, or excuse me, it will be 11 days from now to play the Titans of Syracuse, ranked 17th in the state. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they'll be heading next to play Corner Canyon on their home floor on the 20th before going on the road to face number 13, American Fork, who the Knights just beat the game before this. Current standings in the region, it's Lone Peak at first with 2-0 standings, Skyridge second, 1-0, American Fork in the middle of the pack at 1-1, followed by Corner Canyon at 0-1, and Lehigh trailing in the back at 0-2. So it's going to be a timeout. Ball did not touch the back of the backboard. It was just a timeout called to make sure they get the ball inbounds. Nice pass to Bogus down low, able to get her first points of the game as soon as she checks in. She's now up to her season average of 2 points per game with that bucket. Grant right side up top to Kiara. Kiara pump fake to 3 and thought about it. She's guarded by Peyton. She's going to take Peyton in a one-on-one, moves right. Oh, tough right hand jumper, falls with a kiss off the glass. Falcons sticking with that zone pressure. Pope able to break. Bogus open for another 2. Knights playing this pressure beautifully here in the second half. Here's Kiara, right side, now up top with Sheffield. Sheffield's going to drive to Grant. Kiara in the corner. Goes. Kick out Sheffield, cross-court pass. Sheffield weaving her way around the defense. Passing out to Grant. Grant drives baseline. Handoff Sheffield in the corner. Sheffield picks up her dribble. Back to Grant for 3. Bullseye! Lead down to 12. And nice pass to Payton as she catches it. Bogus wide open again. What a run for Portia Bogus. Timeout called on the floor. It'll be a full timeout, so we'll take it with them. As the Knights lead at 56-42 on the Rewind Sports Network. Ready for the final 5.5 of game action here at Lone Peak High School as the Knights lead at 56-42. Falcons with the basketball as they find themselves on the wrong end of Lone Peak, able to get past the fast break. Here's Moiai down low, and it's another miscommunication in the half court. It's a turnover for Skyridge. That's something they cannot afford here in the final period. Here's Peyton, able to collect the inbound pass. Peyton has it. Right side, top of the key, guarded closely right now by Abbas. And she's going to drive right past her for a layup and a foul. Nice job by Peyton Warner, who's now up to 19 points on the game, can get to 20 with a free throw make right here.
Second personal, second team foul. Peyton Warner to shoot one.
Let's see if she can make this free throw right here. Probably the only part of her game tonight that struggled. And right there, misses again. Here's Moiai. Handoff Kiara. Warner hit the deck as Kiara gets another layup for two. Here's Warner. Going across the timeline. Going straight to the rack. Body hits the floor. Nothing called. It'll stay here with the Knights. Coach Warner calls out the play. So the girls will bunch together on the left side of the block. Harness looking to inbound. And she's going to call a timeout, try and draw something up. Looks to be another 30-second foul. As mentioned before, the Knights have won 4 state championships in a row the last 4 seasons. Last season finished 20-7, 8-2. That tied first for Region 3. And they beat Copper Hills in the 6A championship. Skyridge coming off of a 13-11 record, which actually was the worst win total of Coach Nielsen's career at Skyridge. Best year coming in 2022-23 when they finished 20-6. Most impressive thing about Coach Nielsen, though, she's never coached a season with a losing record with the Falcons. Consistent, able to win ball games, and obviously they find themselves in a deficit here tonight with less than 5 minutes to go, but really putting up a fight against the back-to-back state champions on their home floor. So Harness will once again look to inbound. Still looking, finds Peyton. Peyton will take a three, bucket! And Warner is just on fire here in the fourth. Now to 22 points on the game. Nice pass down low, Perkins can't convert. Grant able to get a rebound, but it's blocked away by Charlie. Harness will check out as Folau comes in. Impressive by Charlie to get that block with those 4 personal fouls. Kiara in the corner, brings it out. Sheffield will take a three. Bullseye! Everyone's getting what's theirs from downtown. Here's Folau. And it's another carry and a turnover for the Knights. A reminder, coming up next, we'll have the boys basketball game here on this same channel. And with these same 2 teams, Lone Peak Skyridge, also a top 15 matchup on the other end. Here's Kiara, top of the key, moves it left to right, picks up her dribble. Moiai now has it. To Grant. Grant will pop a three, leaves it short. Fight for the rebound, last touch by the Knights. It'll stay here with Skyridge. Late sub before the ball is brought into play. Jamie King will check in for Maddie Pope. Kiara drives and a foul called against the defense. So that'll be the 4th team foul against Lone Peak. That could come big into play here in the 4th. Timeout called by the Falcons. It will be a 30-second timeout, so once again, we'll stay right here. Lone Peak way over their season average of points per game. They have 61 with over 3.5 minutes to go. Their season average 53.7. Meanwhile, for Skyridge, their season average 59.4, and you can see they're currently at 47, so they're being held below their season average. Looking at the point totals, as mentioned, Peyton Warner leading the way with 22. Second in command for the Knights is Charlie Warner with 10, although her and Lave Holdcraft both have 4 personal fouls apiece. On the other end, Sheffield with an impressive 16 points, and Kiara with 9. Another person in double figures is Lily Grant with 12 points. So Falcons break out of the 32nd first. They're going to go with a box formation inbound. So Sheffield looks to inbound. Finds Kiara right side. Ball is tipped away. Kiara recollects. Picks up her dribble deep. Handoff Moiai. Sheffield for 3. Oh my goodness, was in the bucket, hit the backboard, hit rim again, but just couldn't drop. Here's Charlie, moving left to right, now has it near the Knights logo. Cross court past King. King now wheels around to Folau. Warner to Charlie. King. Handoff Folau. Lots of ball movement outside the perimeter. Knights haven't been able to break. Under 10 to go on the shot clock. Folau's going to drive. Weaves her way past a couple defenders. Oh, nice fake down low. And a beautiful finish for 2. Grant in the corner after a risky pass from a teammate. Hands off Sheffield. Bounce pass Perkins. Knights going with the zone defense. Sheffield pump fakes a 3 top of the key. Trying to find a teammate. Now it's up top with Grant. Almost banked it in from downtown. But Kiara with a nice offensive rebound and put back. Meanwhile, on the other end, Holdcraft for a quick conversion. Here's Kiara going the other way. Scoop shot, no good. Lave with the rebound. Lave down low. Now in the corner. Out to Folau. Charlie now has it. Right side King. In the corner. Peyton. Bounce pass baseline. Down low. And a charge will be called against Holdcraft. That'll be her 5th and final. The Knights bench calling for a flop, but they will not get it. That's the 5th team foul and the 5th personal for Holdcraft. She'll check out with 6 points on the game, just coming fresh off of her last bucket. Coach Warner with a smile as she talks to Lave. Very proud of the physical effort number 21 put on today. Here's Sheffield on the other end. Floater up, leaves it short. Fight for the rebound. Sheffield recollects on her own. Kiara for 3. No good. Pope with the rebound. Here's Warner, right side. Picks up her dribble, kicks it back out. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Very impressive win for the Knights here tonight. It's a top 15 home win. As they got to get a shot off. Pope at the buzzer. Leaves it short at the rim. But the Falcons lose the basketball. They're actually going to say, though, it's off of Lone Peak. Falcons will drop to 10-6, 1-1 in region play, which will tie them with American Fork. Knights now move to 8-9 on the season with a win here tonight. Sheffield, left side. Down low to Grant. Layup up and in with the foul.
From Hallie Sheffield, plus the foul. Fouls number 29 per second personal. Lily Grant at the line shooting 1.
Grant able to extend upon her great outing here tonight. typically averaging under 10 points per game. With a free throw make here, that'll boost her up to 15. It's up and through. Timeout called by Lone Peak. We'll see if it's a 30 or a full. It will be a full. So we'll take a quick timeout and come back for the end of this one. It's Lone Peak 65, Skyridge 52. Back here for the final 38 seconds as the Knights have the basketball. Looking to inbound it. And over the head play finds Maddie Pope as she goes up for the layup, and now she gets a foul on the other end. Nice drawn up play by Coach Warner to extend the lead out to 15. Pope with her 5th point on the night, looking to get her 6th at the charity stripe. Free throw up and cashes in. Here comes Kiara the other direction. She gets a screen, takes the 3. No good. Offensive rebound out to Nelson. Sheffield will pop from the perimeter. That one's no good. Fight for the ball again, and a foul will be called down low. And now that will put the Falcons in the bonus, so they'll head to the free throw line for 2. It'll be Emmy Mahe, the 5'10 sophomore forward, looking to get 2 here at the line. Mahe misses the first. And misses both of them. Another fight for the rebound. She gets her own, but misses the putback opportunity. Still fighting for it. Falcons recontrol. Sheffield mid-range jumper falls. Makes it for a couple of the misses. Peyton now with the basketball handoff harness. And that will do it tonight. The Knights will move on to become 3-0 in region play without Kennedy Woolston on the floor. Very impressive outing as Peyton Warner finishes with 22 points. A career night for number 2. Thank you, everyone, for tuning into this edition of the Rewind Sports Network. A reminder, coming up next, it's the boys edition, Skyridge and Lone Peak, here on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com.